Well, as you can see, we have quite the crew today for our special. You know, I like to do a special Halloween episode. Me and Chris like to do a special Halloween episode. We have a few special episodes throughout the year. We do Halloween. We have our top 25. We have the annual Cigar Aficionado rants where I yell at them. These are big ticket. These are big view days. So we decided to go big time, and we brought in the whole New Jersey crew. So as you can see, we have some old faces, some new faces, some really old faces. But we dressed up today for our Halloween extravaganza in the office here. So to my right, we have Warren Paul Gaultieri.
How are you? How you doing?
All the way to my left, you have Chrissy Bobby Moltisanti.
How's it going?
Then we have Sydney Adriana. What was Adriana's last name?
Lacerda.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, my partner in crime.
The man.
Since we were kids running numbers, we have Tony Christopher Soprano.
The big boss.
The big boss. I was realizing today that I have very few quotable lines as big.
Yeah.
He, like, if you think about it, because he wasn't in big parts of season 1 when he was on the run, and then season 2. I don't know. I feel like Christopher might have the best, funniest
the
lines.
quotes. Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Between Paul
Between-
and-
and then
I
Paul
was saying, but
Pauly-
there's also a lot that I was looking at too, and I was just like, I don't know if I could say that one.
when he's
That
talking-
was
What'll be
my-
funny?
when
That
he's
was
talking
my
about,
problem
the
too.
piss on the shoestring when he's cooking them dinner.
Yeah.
And Sill's like, just get to the point.
It's also because very much unlike you two gentlemen in real life, they're the two dumbest characters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they're the most
both-
entertaining.
They're both
Most
really stupid.
I mean, but that is kind of typical.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Paulie wasn't he wasn't like a Ralphie where he was always running really intricate schemes. He was just beating people up for money.
He's making his money.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
Christopher had thoughts of some kind of egalitarian, he was going to be some kind of thespian thing, but he didn't even say those words right.
No,
he
never.
didn't even know what he was doing.
No, he was just a low guy on the totem pole
Yeah.
trying to make his way up, trying to make a name for himself.
And all Pussy was trying to do was provide for his family through heroin trafficking until he got caught. Until he got caught and he turned.
He took a little trip for the boat.
Yeah, how we first took a trip to Aruba,
Yeah.
where we met a 23-year-old. Which, if I met now, I would be like, what am I gonna do? I don't want you. What are we gonna do? Talk? What is it? You
Yeah,
don't
someone to hear out your
They
problems.
definitely were not talking.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Dude,
You
think
never
come
know.
on,
Maybe
you
you
think
need
a
a little bit of
23-year-old
therapy.
wants to hear about my problems?
I mean, listen.
Hey,
Tony
someone
went to
to lean
therapy.
on.
I got gastritis. You think they want to give a shit about that?
I got gastritis, my back hurts.
I mean, Tony went to therapy. Maybe it was just his little,
But
his
that's
little
not a
therapy getaway.
23-year-old.
You never know.
No,
23-year-old
notice he was stooping the young girls,
Stooping.
but then the only one that he really listened to was a more mature, professional, smart woman who he pined for the whole show, who he pined
That's-
Barons for the whole show.
That was a nice little.
Yeah, but ended up she didn't want it.
I feel like she was attracted to
There
him,
was
but-
you
some-
could
there
see
was-
you
but
could definitely
it was
see
unprofessional.
points.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was points where she was this close to just wanting it. I mean, listen, at some point or another, we all wanted Tony. I mean, he was just the guy.
I mean-
he exuded sexual
I
energy.
mean, you could speak for yourself. I'll.
And I will. How you doing, Tom?
Look at these two.
I think my favorite Paulie moment was when Tony was in the hospital, and Meadow was like, "Whatever you do, be
Yes.
calm. Don't say anything." He walks. He's like, "Oof, Maron," and then he just starts talking to him, and it jolts him awake.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
He aggravates Tony out of his coma, which is definitely something I would do. If my dad was in a coma and I just started coming in and ranting,
Listen.
my dad would be like, "Get him! I'll be awake if you just get him out of here."
Who's your favorite character?
I liked Christopher and Adriana. Definitely.
Oh,
my
yeah?
2 favorites.
Come on.
That's
Yep.
I guess we did it right then.
Yeah.
Did it right.
a good segue.
It'd be funny if she was like, "I really liked Bobby Bacala."
Yeah, he's a likable character too. a little
Janice
soft
is
spoken,
the
but
worst
Chris.
one.
Janice is the worst.
Janice
No.
Listen, if there's a
Janice
list
is
of
definitely
worst,
up there, though.
Janice is the worst. At points, AJ is really bad.
When he's going through his teen phase.
Yeah, in terms of people, I was happy to see get whacked. I mean, Richie Aprile,
Yep.
he had
Absolute
to go.
scumbag.
Yeah, he had to go.
Feach, even though I liked Feach because I liked that actor, but he was caught. it was all the old guys who ended up coming back and then like giving Tony like a lot of lip
Problems.
and problems. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, they were trying to reinsert themselves.
Yeah, they were in prison for like 30 years, and it's like 2006, and they think they can just like beat up the landscaper guy, and it's like fine.
It doesn't work like that
Yeah,
anymore.
it's like, no, dude, there's cops and like cameras like everywhere. Like they're not. This is a very different time.
Yeah, this is Tony's side of town.
Yeah,
now.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So as you can see, like I said, we're all Sopranos, and we cracked open this year's edition of the Monster series, which is our tradition. We always get one of the samplers sent up, and we crack it open on Halloween or our Halloween episode. This year's, I don't think he added a new one this year. It's definitely a new size. It's what, like a 5.5 something box press?
Robusto box press? Yeah, I'm not
Robusto
sure the
box
exact
press.
size.
I don't think he has a size on here. But he's got one of everything. He's got the Frank, the Drac, the Face, the Wolf, the Mummy, the Jason, the Jekyll, the Hyde, the Krueger, the Michael, the Chuck, the Tiff, the Bride. And then he has the Creature, which I don't think ever got an official release on its own. I think the Creature was like the extra one that came in last year's sampler, and he just did it again. I don't think he sells the Creature on its
Individually.
own. Individually. But this
Creature from the
is...
Black Lagoon,
I
I'm
think it's
assuming?
supposed to be Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yes.
This really is. I mean, I don't think people realize, and maybe trick or treat.
Boom.
Come on.
Is that getting cut?
No, leave it in.
No,
We leave everything in.
This guy. This is why we took you to the
There we
boat.
go.
Still lean.
Not my face, okay? Let me keep my eyes. T, can I sit down? I'm getting a little woozy. Can I sit down, please? But no, this is a good, because I think we all probably know the history of this. Warren, you're probably like the newest cigar industry member. But maybe we can educate Sydney over there a little bit.
She's a big,
knows her
she's a big
stuff.
horror film though.
What'd you call it?
Yeah.
Horror.
I
Horror.
was gonna say.
No.
He didn't
Calm
even
down,
say it the
Tone.
right way.
How we say
Jesus,
it
T.
is Hoa.
Hoa.
Hoa. Hoa fan.
Sorry, Adriana.
The impact that this line of cigars has had on the industry, I think, is pretty incalculable, because without something like this, and the original Monster came out in 2008, 2009, something like that, and it was the Frank, which was a broadleaf, Frankenstein. Nothing like this was ever done,
Which is really
before.
good, I must say.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
Very
That's one of my. I bought the Redux of that 2 or 3 years ago in the box.
Very good.
Nothing this themed was really done before. Nothing like this creative. And then he only released 666 boxes, and he had special boxes that came in like the sarcophagus. They were like very limited edition.
Yeah.
That set the tone for so many companies afterwards. And if you talk to a Nick Melillo or a Steve Saka or a John Huber, all of them give credence to Pete and what he did with the Monster series. And even, what is it, 15 years later, still we could pick up, like, we sold like through 100 of these in like a couple of weeks.
It moves so fast. It's
Goes
incredible. I mean,
anywhere.
it's great.
Yeah. So it was really, not only are they great cigars in and of themselves, like they're in the Hall of Fame on their own merits, but also the impact that it had on the industry and giving the avenue to manufacturers to actually, we can do something creative and fun like that. And yeah, I'm sure he got some guff from some of the old timers at the time, maybe, like the Quesadas or whoever at the time was, Benji Menendez, whoever it was. But it was incredibly impactful, really helped, kind of make his star rise, helped the star rise of Pepin, because my father wasn't really out yet. He was doing like the Pepin, like the classic and the blue and all that.
Yep.
And then led to this kind of, I'm not going to say boutiques overall, because a lot of boutiques were around a little bit before Pete, a little bit after Pete, but this style of boutiques, Black Label Trading, Fratello, these guys really, even if they're maybe not conscious of it, they're doing what they're doing because of the Monster series.
Has anyone tried to replicate it like back in the day, and then it just never
What do you
took
mean?
off?
Like
Like,
try to-
did another company try to do like a Monster Smash series, but called it something different, and just realized like
Not a Monster series like this, but I remember, and Bobby, you might remember this. I think it was CAO did like the Crazy Reindeer. Remember they had that weird Christmas
Yeah.
one.
I don't think any of that really kind of stuck though.
No. I mean, I think out of everyone, the biggest thing that the person that's influenced is Viaje. And when you look at the Viaje zombies,
Yep.
Yes.
the Farmer Bill Hatchet, the Farmer Bill Hatchet
Everything,
zombie,
yeah.
the Mrs. Farmer Bill Hatchet zombie, like this, that's
So many
all-
different extensions. Yeah.
So many
So
different
many.
extensions of
Blade.
Farmer Bill.
Yeah.
Taser, Blazer.
Oh,
Dodgeball.
That's what it reminds me of.
yeah. So it opened. I think it more. I mean, I think Viaje, if in terms of replicating it or going down a very similar lane, I think Viaje is probably the closest. Where
I
Yes.
agree.
he was getting pretty close in that lane. You know what I mean? To the
For
point, like if
sure.
I was on the call and someone he was driving in my lane, I would have said something like, "Hey, this guy's trying to get in my lane." It got close.
Gotta get him whacked.
Yeah, it got close. But I think it opened up. Like I think the Filthy Hooligan is derived in a way
That's
from this.
yeah, that's a good way.
I think
Filthy Ghoul-again.
Filthy Hooligan. I think Las Calaveras is derived in
Yeah.
a way from this. So, and to give a little more backstory to Adriana, this is a series of cigars that are all named after all the famous movie monsters. So, the Frank for Frankenstein, Dracula, Face is Leatherface, Wolfman obviously Mummy, Jason from Friday the 13th, Jekyll and Hyde from Jekyll and Hyde, Freddy Krueger, Michael is for Michael Myers, Chucky and Tiff, who is his wife, Bride of Frankenstein, and The Creature.
So now that we have some new blood on the podcast, should we talk about who's our favorite monsters?
I mean, I'm going to say Diddy.
Oh, man. He's for sure a monster.
Yeah, he's
I don't know
definitely
if-
a
I don't know if
monster.
he's
He's a
anyone's
monster to
favorite,
the
though.
Johnson
out of-
Johnson stock at this
listen, but
moment.
Out of the monsters of like a Weinstein, an Epstein, and a Diddy, like I wasn't a fan of Harvey Weinstein before he was a monster. Like I didn't like him. But like who
This took
didn't like Diddy? Like he had fur coats and he had champagne. Like it was a
Yeah,
cool.
white parties. you
Yeah,
know,
it was a cool. Like,
yeah.
he was a cool guy.
Close to
Yeah.
shake
Who didn't
our
want to
tail
be
feather.
there?
Yeah. He was in for not forgetting Sarah Marshall. What was he in?
Get him to the Greek.
Get him to the
Yeah,
Greek.
Get Him to
He was like
Greek.
really good in that.
Yeah,
Fur
I mean, he was in it.
He
He was in the movie, and
as himself.
I was gonna say he
himself.
really played himself.
And he was pretty spot on.
Out of these, I mean, my favorite monster or my favorite monster movie.
I would say your favorite monster.
I would have to say Freddy Krueger is probably my favorite monster out of this. But some of his movies got really wacky.
Who's your favorite monster?
I'd probably have to say Leatherface just because of how much of a sicko he is. He's not really a monster, but he's a monster
he's
of
a
a
monster.
person. So I mean, it's fair enough.
I think I know yours, but go ahead.
Who do you think?
Ghostface.
Yeah, it's Ghostface.
Oh, he needs to do. He needs
Yeah.
to. He needs to do two
Big
more. He needs to
screen
do a
thing.
Ghostface, and he needs to do a like Hannibal.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
that would be that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Trademark.
Or-
Verbal.
I would
Just
have
call
to
it.
go with Freddy as well.
Yeah, Freddy's
Like
good.
he's just
It's
horrifying.
legendary. I mean, for me, Chucky was the first horror movie that I saw ever, and was absolutely scarred because that's what my aunt decided to watch while she was babysitting me growing up. So it stuck in my head for a while. Never forget that one. So I'll go with that.
Chucky was also one of my favorite or first horror movies I saw. My grandma
Horrifying.
loved horror movies and would put on the Sci-Fi Network, and Chucky was on, and we just watched it.
Yeah,
Terrified
that's,
of the
yeah.
dolls now.
I know. I know this is. This
Happens
is.
to a lot of people. That's
I know this is
Yeah.
big up in. Chuck, I feel like I could have taken Chuck. Like he was a doll.
You could have just
I
kicked
mean,
them.
yeah,
I
you
feel like I
just-
could have picked him up and just like smashed him against.
Yeah,
he
that's
was
the thing.
always fighting someone who was like vulnerable. It was like a mom or like a young child. But like if he was fighting just
He went 1v1 against like.
Yeah, like I'm
He
not
went up
gonna say,
against
like, a
McGregor.
Navy
He went against
SEAL.
McGregor
Yeah,
real
but
quick.
like not even that. If he just went up against like a guy, just a guy,
A normal guy, yeah.
like a
He's taking him
regular,
on.
a guy who worked construction, and then this guy comes in and is like, I'm gonna just punt him.
Just get a wrench and just.
Yeah, just a wrench
not
to
even
the
gonna- yeah.
face.
But I think what Chucky
Knock him down.
has in his favor is that he's a toy, so you think he's harmless, and then when you least expect it, he's going to jump on your neck
He
and
did
stab
sneak-
you in
that's-
the neck.
That's what it was. It was a sneaky
You
thing.
know,
That's
so
what,
like that's
what-
how he gets the big guy, the construction workers, and then he tries to befriend the single mom, 2 kids.
That's like the new.
And he
Low-
also
low
can
in
come
job.
back from the dead too, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the other thing. So he's
Yeah.
really unkillable.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this until like very recently that he was like
Smell like shit.
there was he was a serial killer, and then he was like something like he was being chased by the cops, and he did like a voodoo spell
Yes.
that put his soul into. I just thought it was a creepy doll.
Oh yeah,
No,
I did
it
for
was
the
a,
longest
it was a
time,
whole
too.
like backstory that he
Yeah.
did like a voodoo thing and got put. So it's I feel like I can. No one else on here do I think I could really Yeah.
Did any of you guys see the new
You may take-
Goosebumps? The new Goosebumps thing that they
With-
remade with like
Oh, the
Night of
new
the Living
show?
Dummy? Yeah, like
No.
that actually was
What's
like
it
it's
on?
similar. It's on. I think
Paramount?
It's on Disney.
Disney Plus
right?
had it, but it
Yeah.
was like
Really?
actually like it's not a normal Disney movie that they would normally
No, I mean,
produce, or like
Goosebumps?
it's a
Yeah.
whole series, and it's
But
phenomenal.
is it?
First
But it's
season was
based on the
incredible.
old books,
based on the old
like
books.
the famous, like the
But,
dummy
like,
stories.
They actually made it good enough to the point where like it's not. I wouldn't suggest kids go watch it.
I
The
had-
original
right away.
Goosebumps, Night of the Living Dummy, terrified.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I love Goosebumps.
I had
Yeah.
the VHS of Stay Out of the Basement, where the dad was like the plant.
I had a lot of
the
them.
plant guy?
So
yeah, the
good.
plant
There was
guy.
a part, I don't know if it was Saturday morning cartoons or after school cartoons, where they played Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It was
and Goosebumps back to back.
It was after school. It
Was
was
it
after
after
school.
school? Yeah,
'Cause I remember
alright.
That's
Friday
terrifying.
nights.
Yep.
So this is what sets up my fall Fridays that I do. That I like to take when I take the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
day off.
All right.
I clean my apartment. I light a candle and I watch spooky stuff. It started
I
for
light
me.
a candle.
It started.
Love you.
It started for me like coming. You're home from elementary school at 2:00.
Yeah.
And then my mom wouldn't let me like watching the main TV because she was in there watching Oprah or whatever. So I would go into their room, and then I remember like as nighttime was coming, so like 4:30,
Yep,
5:00, like
4:30.
as the sun was going down. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Goosebumps, like double feature.
Yeah.
And they were
And
scary
Goosebumps
shows.
scared, Goosebumps scared the hell out of me.
There was
I didn't
a-
know there was new ones out.
Oh, the new one's
me neither.
it's worth
Oh,
watching.
So
Check
yes,
them
but
out.
they're like I
100%
said, they're
worth
they're redoing like the famous
Oh, yeah.
stories, like the one with the girl with the mask. She puts the Halloween mask
Yes,
on.
yep.
I have the VHS
that's-
tape of the
that was a
mask.
good one.
That
That
was
was
one of the
pretty
best
good.
I'm
ones.
trying to think of the guy who's the main character of the show. I forget his name. He's in a lot of stuff, honestly. Oh, it's gonna bother me.
Oh, the horror guy, Justin from Justin.
Wait, Justin
Justin-
Long?
Yes, Justin
Yes.
Long.
So good,
Tusk?
so
Yes.
good in it.
He's a
So
horror
good in it.
icon
Yeah,
now. He's in a lot.
Really?
He
Tusk,
did an
Secret
incredible.
Slavers and Tusk
He did an
and the
incredible job.
Barbarian.
100%. Did not
New.
expect it at all.
I recently,
heard
like
Barbarian's
last
amazing.
year, I rewatched. I think Disney Plus had the old ones, like the old Goosebumps.
That makes sense. They probably did a licensing
Yeah.
agreement or something.
And there was one, I think it was the Tower of Terror, when the two kids go to the tower in London, and all of a sudden they're like transported back, and like they're gonna try to kill, like they're just trying to kill her, and then they leave, and they go to the hotel, like, oh, our parents are here, and they're like, you have no parents. It was that's one of my scariest things is like ending up in a world where you're like, oh, you're not here, like you're not a real guy, like, you
Yeah.
have no. Nick Libretti doesn't exist here, and I'm like, what the fuck do I? Probably go on a crime spree. You go on a crime spree, absolutely.
At that
No
point, you're putting the
fingerprints.
tracksuit on, and then
Exactly.
you're gonna make
Hit
some
a banker
moves.
too.
Yeah.
I feel like I could also take a mummy, depending on which mummy.
If it's King Tut, you're out.
No, if it's
You're out.
Brendan Fraser's mummy, like obviously not. But if it's Abbott and
He was
Costello
beast.
meet the mummy, like that
Let's
kind
go
of just
down-
like slow.
Let's go down the line. Can you take out Frankenstein?
Well, as everyone knows, Frankenstein was actually the
Oh,
name of the
gosh.
doctor.
Wow.
The bad
this
guy was
guy.
Frankenstein's
Here we go,
monster,
John.
and he really wasn't the bad guy.
Here we go. Drop.
No, I couldn't take
Dracula.
Frankenstein. Yeah.
Get him in the daytime. Get him in the
He has
daytime.
15 weaknesses that are very well documented.
Garlic. You got a bunch of garlic. in your
Garlic,
house.
sunlight,
And
Find
a
out
wooden
where he's
stake
sleeping.
Right to
Yeah.
his heart.
or according to Wesley Snipes, just don't pay your taxes and that'll get him.
Leatherface. There's no way.
No, I'm not. Oh no,
You ain't going near that entire
I'm not going-
family's full of
no.
freaks.
A thing that creeps me out. It was in Leatherface. It was in. I think it was House of a Thousand Corpses. Hills Have Eyes. Is like creepy redneck families like deliver it. Like really creepy
Backwoods.
backwoods
Yeah.
Yep.
families. They gave me that and 1920s insane asylums. Like really give me the cheapers.
Yeah, no, that's one thing. I like going to abandoned places, but insane asylums, I'm not touching.
I don't. Yeah,
Not
because there's
touching.
always
There's something there.
because they did
one
such
over
bad things. Yeah, Greystone.
Really?
Yeah, but didn't they tear most of it down now?
Yeah.
It's
Did
Did you ever
mostly
check out
gone.
Greystone?
Me and Anthony
I
drove
refuse
by
to go to
once.
asylums.
And people were playing kickball.
I'll pass.
Yeah, they have all those
What?
fields and like
There's
a
a
track
bunch of
there.
fields.
Oh, there were
Are you
people playing
serious?
football.
But
You
yeah,
expect people in there
Whatever
like
you
tagging it up.
think.
so-
insane
They
asylums
took down the old
because
parts.
Oh, okay.
it was
That's what
like
they should, explore.
Yeah.
up until
And now there's
very
a new
recently, the
building
past
where
30
It's
years,
still an asylum. Not
bad
asylum,
things
psych
were
ward.
done at insane asylums.
Exactly. That's why I'm not-
That's why I feel like
there's-
their evil has
it's a
infested.
bad- yeah.
Bad things were done to these poor
I'll
people.
pass.
So you
Wolfman, tough. I think he's silver too. Again, if I know I'm going up against him, I can prep like a Van Helsing.
Give him a week.
If I can prep a plan,
week
yeah,
for
give
all
me a
of you.
week to get silver bullets. Just walk into
Couple
like
crossbows.
walk into Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm like, I need silver bullets.
Sir, we stopped selling guns 5 years ago.
You're shit out of luck.
A Wolfman, I don't think I can take.
You already
Again,
said Mummy. Your case
yeah.
on Mummy.
Jason, no way.
No.
No way I'm taking
It's not
a
worth
Jason.
it.
Jekyll.
Especially Jason from HR. Okay. And he's big. He's a big guy.
Jekyll.
Jekyll and Hyde. I need to reread that book. I think it was that Robert Louis Stevenson? I think it was Robert Louis Stevenson.
They used to have a place in New York City.
I used to go. I went
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Dude, I went
Dr.
there.
Dr.
It was
Jekyll
called,
and Mr.
like
Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde. It was like
Yep.
like a themed restaurant for like
It was
kids.
It was neat.
It was cool. It was
But
fun.
I wouldn't say it was just for kids because like
No,
the
yeah.
bar stools would
Yep.
go up and down, so like had like stuff for the adults too,
Mm-hmm.
drinks.
I
yeah.
remember
What, the bar stools had hydraulics in them?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No, it was
Like
like
they
yeah.
would just like
a
drop
pressure.
on you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then they'd put them
What?
back up.
Like
So
It was
that
pretty
shitty-
cool.
Like that shitty chair over there.
Yeah, but on
The
purpose.
chair that Paulie didn't want.
Yeah. But I remember we went there. It was like for my buddy's birthday in like 8th grade. We all went there. And then the guy comes up and he's like, yeah, the top hat. He's like, hello, welcome to.
Yeah.
And we just recognized him because he came and did an assembly at our school like 4 weeks before as a like he's just like, an actor who just takes on
That's
shitty gigs.
Yeah.
And so he came up and we're like, dude, you just did the thing about don't talk to strangers at our school. And it,
Did the DARE program.
He stayed in character. He's like, oh, I suppose I might have, like, whatever. And then he, like, ran away.
like
But
a
no, Jekyll and
South Park
Hyde, I
episode.
like a themed.
I did. There
Give
used to
me
be, yeah.
give me a themed
New York
thing.
City used to have a lot of them too.
They did.
They got rid of a lot of them.
You know
It's a
why? It's
shame.
for all these, techno clubs or whatever they're doing now.
These kids.
Silent raves.
Yeah, discotheques.
These kids.
Yeah,
Freddie
silent
Krueger.
raves.
What about Freddy Krueger?
No way.
Yeah.
Well,
Just don't go to sleep.
are we going?
I mean, you drink a bunch of these, you'll stay up the
If
whole
we're
time.
doing like
Sick.
Nightmare Before,
You
or
are
Nightmare on
sick.
Elm Street 3, like the Dream Warriors. Like, if you realize you're in a dream and you do dream stuff, he always ends up coming back. Nah, I'm gonna say I can't take Freddy. Me and Freddy we're cool. Like, I don't want
You don't want to mess with those fingers.
No. Anyone else here think they could take any of these guys? Am I the only one fighting monsters?
no,
Hey, I'll
I
take
could
them
definitely
with
take a
you.
couple of them.
Yeah,
I could punt Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky.
Yeah,
I think
Chucky's
we,
stomp.
I think
We're
we
stomping
all
Tiff
agree.
And Tiff.
Line up for the
Chucky and
50-yard
Tiff,
field
yeah.
goal.
We're stomping Chucky out like Christopher at his
Yeah.
intervention.
Yeah, or like that guy who spoke ill to Meadow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
My daughter.
how dare you!
he points that gun at that guy who's looking two ways.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're next." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, please no."
I think especially if we're doing like just 1930s Dracula. I think Dracula's an easy one. You got silver, you got garlic, you got holy water, you got sunlight.
That's the easiest one, 100. But
Yeah.
outside of Chucky.
Yeah, in terms of known weaknesses, Dracula's easy. Leatherface, I don't think anyone.
No,
And
that's
it
why
was
he
no-
was the scariest. Like you
Yeah.
said, the back.
I'm
was-
kind of not. I'm not fucking
The
with
creature?
Mummy either.
Creature's
Yeah,
easy
not
one.
the Mummy.
What about
Throw
what
a
about
toaster in
well,
there,
what
like,
about can
Mummy,
you
just
can
light
you,
him on fire.
Well, what mummy?
Yeah, you
is,
get a
it's not
flame-
like
you get a
the
flamethrower.
Brendan-
I think-
because they've got like
Mummy's
powers
like-
in the
yeah.
Brendan
Yeah,
Fraser one.
I think
know.
if it's Brendan Fraser's Mummy, it's a problem.
We had
yeah.
a nice
No
time.
one's
We had
fucking-
a good life.
Because
Messing with him.
now we need to go find the Book of the Dead. We got to read hieroglyphics. I can't read that shit.
No, I can't
So-
even read what I'm writing in my
Make it
emails.
worse.
Exactly. So I don't think anyone. I think Mummy is just a big question mark. Jason, I think we're all in agreement. Like
Michael
no one's,
Myers.
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah,
doing
Michael, I think he moves so slow.
Yeah.
You just have to move faster
Listen,
than him.
You get a
Didn't
long
Michael
spool
just
of
want
barbed
love at the end
wire.
of the day? He just wanted to be happy.
No.
Yeah.
No, Michael was a psycho.
Yeah.
He killed his family, like when he was a kid.
Listen, man.
We've all
Something might
been
happen,
there.
but yes,
We've all been.
someone might have contemplated it down the road.
But I think Michael, you might not be able to kill him because he does keep coming back, but I'm pretty sure he only attacks like one street in Ohio. I think if you move to like Seattle, I don't think he's showing up.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
if you escape him and move away,
You move
first
to
of all,
Alaska. He's like, nah.
how's he gonna find? Like he doesn't have the internet. He's Michael. He's got nothing. He's got a knife.
Go to an
and
island.
like a diesel mechanic outfit.
So you think you're taking him on?
I think it can be done.
Okay.
I think it can be done.
I don't know if I
Probably
could. I don't know if I
I
could beat
didn't-
him. I could escape him. He's
100%.
Definitely
escapable.
escape.
Okay.
Escape, yes. Beat
Don't
him. There's a
babysit
chance.
anytime soon.
You know, I'm always babysitting.
And you're
Ugh.
Watch your back.
Chucky and Tiff, we agree, gone. Bride of Frankenstein, probably.
Yeah, we could.
I don't know. If she has
mean-
all of Frankenstein's strength, maybe it's a problem. But when you have hair like that, I mean, how dangerous can you possibly be?
Nah.
To be honest.
That's a flamethrower deal right there.
Yeah.
You
All
catch
the
that,
hairspray. Oh yeah,
game
she's going
over.
up. And they're afraid of fire. Frankenstein's afraid of fire.
And just like that,
Oh, yeah.
we won.
Just like that. Isn't that Sex in the City?
I've never seen that, so
Sydney knows.
I didn't watch Sex in the City.
Really?
you just exposed yourself.
Your outfit begs to differ.
And Creature of the Black Lagoon, like you said, throw a
I don't.
toaster up.
I don't know
Throw a
enough
toaster in
about
there.
him. I feel like he's like.
drain the lake,
Yeah, I feel like
drain
he's
the
like
lagoon, and then let them.
he's
just
one
die in
shotgun
the water.
blast away from being like taken care of.
Done.
the creature?
Yeah, the creature.
that's an
I
easy
feel like
one.
I feel like you can just pump a
How
full
about
of
other
lead.
ones that aren't here, like the Blob?
Oh,
Just
I
have
ain't
to
messing with
outrun
the
that.
Blob. Yeah, that's true.
Eh,
I think I'm fast
I
enough.
can't run, so I'm fucked.
I mean,
Exorcist, no. Exorcist.
Oh no.
no.
Oh, I ain't
Because
going
here's the
anywhere near
thing,
that.
they didn't even
Absolutely
they didn't
not.
even win in that movie. Like it's not like they exorcised the demon. The priest tricked him into taking over his body, and then he jumped out of a window.
Mm-hmm.
So like they didn't. No one beats the
That's-
devil in any of these devil movies.
It's like the movie Smile. Like
Oh,
there-
I just-
no one
yeah.
wins. I didn't
No
see the
one-
second one. I
never
want
a
to see it,
winner.
so, but there's no winner. You just
Yeah.
lose.
I'll
Ghostface.
pass at the end of the day.
I'll pass.
I'm killing every Ghostface in all of those movies. I'm shooting them in the head. I'm gonna just wait in a room with a shotgun as they come through. I'm just black. They do the same thing. They like shoot him once, and then he falls down, and then they just run away. I'm like, pump that guy full of lead.
Yeah.
You got a
Make a
full
statement
clip.
with it.
Just fuck. Just
But
keep
I feel like
going.
Yeah.
Ghostface, you don't know who it is.
I don't care.
It could be one of your people.
Good.
They're trying to kill you, so I don't
Yeah.
think you care.
I mean,
True.
survival of the fittest, I guess. You
Yeah,
could say.
I'm killing every Ghostface is toast. Hannibal Lecter, man, he's just like a guy.
Yeah.
He might use some trickery,
He's
but
just
like
a
again,
freak
He'll
of
try.
yeah, I can shoot him. Anyone I can
Exactly.
shoot.
You just pump him full of lead.
Yeah, pump a full of lead. Damien is a tough one from The Omen. That's a tough one.
That's another
Because
demonic
he's
going down that
he's
type
just
of
a
road.
kid, but he's a
Yeah.
demon. So like you got to do it right. You got to like take him to a church and like do a whole ritual. Could be tricky.
It's a lot
dragging
of work.
Yeah, dragging a kid into a church. Listen, it's been done before. You know, we
Yeah.
don't want to. We don't
You
want
don't want to
to
go down that road.
We don't want to
Yep.
go down that road.
Next monster.
Father O'Malley.
Terrifier.
Father O'Malley.
If there's any Father O'Malley's out there, it's not directed at you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who
We all
are-
need
who
a
are-
confession after this, huh?
What are other good?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the one? Carpenter, Kurt Russell.
Oh, The Thing?
The Thing. The Thing is that's a
Completely
creepy.
forgot about that one.
Anything where it's taken over, like when you don't like, it's taken over bodies, so you don't know who's like infected. Those kind of
Problem.
Oh, I will say zombies again. Depending on the zombie,
Love a good zombie
Movie. old style zombies, they're just like Shaun of the
Moaning.
Dead style.
Oh, dude, that's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, mowing them.
But if
I'll have a great life with that kind
Yeah.
of zombie.
Yeah,
Moaning.
but
28 days later, you ain't fucking with those.
World War
zombies.
Z,
World War
where they're
Z.
full
Oh,
sprint.
Oh,
no.
yeah, no.
Nope.
No
Oh,
shot.
yeah, 28
try.
days later, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
they're coming out with a new one of that.
Oh, really?
Gonna be-
Cillian Murphy's going to be in it. It's
Oh.
like 28
28
years later.
Oh,
That's
they
gonna
did
be good.
weeks,
They did weeks and
months.
months, yeah.
Oh, they didn't do
Yeah,
years.
but Cillian Murphy, like he's like hot right now. Like he just
Oh,
won
yeah.
an Oscar.
So hot.
So hot right now.
That's gonna be a good one though.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
so.
I didn't
But
know that was coming
so
out.
I think I
didn't
saw
know
the
either.
first one. Actually think my sister took me to see that in theaters, and it was. I'm usually fine with horror movies. That was a little bit creepy for however
Yeah.
old. Maybe I was like
2005.
I was
My
young.
buddy who
I was
loves
watching
horror
that in
movies
like
got me
fifth,
in, yeah.
fifth
Yeah, I
grade,
wasn't-
I think, and I was scared shitless.
it
My
was,
buddy made me watch them both back to back. He loves horror movies.
What were you, 5?
Not when it first came out, but like we were. Yeah, it was like middle school. Like watching. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna watch some scary movies." I'm like, "All right, I guess so." And
Yeah, that ain't your typical scary movie. That's like some next level shit.
we watched
Well, they made-
Terrifier this weekend too.
Yeah, I heard the
That's-
the third one just came out. I heard it
Yeah.
was
Watch
good.
the second
I didn't
one.
See 'em.
Never saw the first one.
How
the second.
is because I'm getting mixed reviews about all three.
It's interesting.
Seeing mixed reviews
It's
on it.
very interesting. That's like the best way I want
People
to
either
describe
love it
It's
or
like
they say this is the worst thing. Like they couldn't get through the first 20 minutes of the first one.
I keep.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, the first one was a little rough to get through. The first one's probably my least favorite, but the other two are really, really good.
They were like an
It
independent,
almost-
like small budget
The-
thing to
Yeah,
start.
and you
Yeah.
can
That's
tell.
what
you
threw
kinda-
me off
you
about it,
kinda-
about like not watching, because I almost thought it was going to be like too cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard the same thing that you were saying, that people were saying mixed. But
I'll say this year's
say it
been really
picks up.
good for horror
And the third
movies,
one
I
had a
feel
big
like.
budget. So I think the second one, the first one got like a cult following, because it was so low budget. And then when the second one came out in theaters, it did so well, and now the third one broke records for like highest grossing,
really?
And they filmed it
no
all,
rating.
They filmed it
film.
all in New Jersey.
Really? It was
Wait,
in New
really?
Jersey?
Yep. There's a handful of people I know who worked on the crew for it.
That's
Wow,
pretty
I did
cool.
not
Real
know
good.
that.
Real good.
But I really liked it.
Keep it-
but it
keep it
depends on
home.
if you like
Keep-
gore
keep it
or
in the
not.
homeland.
Keep it in the home.
It's not like it's a scary movie, but it's more gory than
Yeah, it's
like,
more gory. It wasn't like a horrifying, like, I'm concerned of what's about to happen. You kind of know what's
No,
about to
I
happen,
hear you.
but you're like thinking in your head, what's the worst thing he can do right now?
And he does it.
And then he multiplies that by
Yeah.
10.
Wow.
And then it's
So
like,
he's just
oh,
murking people all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are
In
not
horrible
taking
ways.
on Art the Clown. It's not
No,
happening.
that's
like,
game over.
No.
Is he like an invincible
So,
entity?
isn't he
Taking
like
on
also
long
like
ways.
in your? He's like in
Yeah,
your
I
dreams
think-
too, right? He gets in
that's
your
it.
head. He gets in your head, and then things
Well, only
happen,
the
right?
main girl.
Yes.
He's only in her head because she's. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not going to say.
No.
But she's like the
Spoiler
savior.
alert.
He's like the devil kind of thing.
Yes.
And she's the only person that can really stop him. That's what
Is
they
he
kind
like
of
an
go
it?
into.
Is he like an it the clown?
He
I
No.
guess- I
Oh, he's
mean,
the
like,
Terrifier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I'm saying, but is he like some kind of like just immortal entity
he's
that just
not
exists?
immortal, but he can be
It's-
killed only by her. But he's like so evil that like the devil.
It like
gave
goes
him
into like creepy like
immortality.
little like skits too, and then like
Ugh, I don't like
The
that.
first two are on
It's
Amazon, so I was
very.
thinking
Yeah.
about.
It's worth the
What
watch.
about Pennywise? He's not on here. What about Pennywise?
I'm terrified
take
of
'em.
clowns. I don't
Ah,
know.
yeah, man. Like, don't the little kids beat him?
Yeah, if a bunch of 5-year-olds can beat him, I
Yeah.
think we can pull it off.
The Stranger Thing kid
Alright.
beats like
Yeah.
But when he
Stranger
doesn't he like
Kid.
morph into some weird kind of crazy thing in the new one?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then like
When
the
they're
kids,
adults,
yeah, other than they're adults.
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
the kids didn't really beat. They kind of beat him,
No,
but
the
they
kids
didn't
beat
fully
him.
beat him because he came back.
Well, because he comes back every 28 years, no?
Well,
Right? Isn't that what the story?
I
Yeah.
think-
So why don't they just
yeah,
move
yeah.
somewhere like every 27 years?
Or 27 years and like 364 days. All right, guys, he's coming back tomorrow.
let's be ready to go.
Remember what we did 28 years ago? Get the axe and the silver bullets, and we're gonna meet here. And as soon as this guy shows up,
We're
again,
getting him right there.
preparation.
Especially if you
is
know he's
key.
coming every 28 years. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
That's
That's
enough
on
time to
you
quit.
guys. That's on your own.
And that's
fault.
what annoys me about horror sequels is like they never see it come. And it's like, listen, I get if you have lived a normal life and then a Michael Myers attacks you. If Michael Myers has attacked you 2 Halloweens in a row, on that third Halloween, just be ready in case Michael Myers
Yeah.
shows up.
Don't put candy in the bag.
Yeah,
Just
don't-
get
don't-
a couple knives,
Well,
get a
that's,
gun.
that's the one thing I liked about the new trilogy is when they brought Jamie Lee Curtis back in, her house was decked out like ready.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
to
yeah.
murder.
Yup.
Like she
Oh,
was
yeah.
ready.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, finally, they're not
They're
making
actually
her
preparing.
Stupid, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah.
And I do hate when, like, in a sequel, when they have, like, this kind of trauma and people are like, listen, you just got to get over it. It's not that anymore. It's like, a serial killer killed my parents and then chased me through a house and tried to kill me, and he's probably still out there. I'm good being a little bit on edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's gonna get over that. Like,
Yeah, I'm okay. You're an asshole.
Yeah. You're just a
I'm-
scumbag
yeah, I'm-
for judging me to.
Exactly. I'm fine being a little sketched out by new people.
Yeah.
All right. Who else is a big? Rosemary's Baby. That was just kind of again the devil. I do like a devil movie.
Was the
I
movie-
enjoy a devil movie.
So let's think of some Stephen King. Was Christine the car?
Christine was the car.
I
That
mean,
is just
yeah,
take the
right.
battery out.
Yeah.
I think there's one.
Drive it into the lake, try
Yeah.
to survive. Yeah.
Yeah, you take the battery out of that, and you're good.
Cujo?
And we'll see a
Some
good,
dog treats.
but a good thing about a Stephen King movie is how
steak.
realistic a lot of them are. Like that was just a rabid dog. It wasn't an alien
Give
dog
it a nice
or a
steak
ghost
with
dog.
something in there.
Yeah, it was a dog with rabies that like, again, cop wanders around with a 44 Magnum, movie's over in 2 minutes.
Yeah. They were just taking their time.
The Shining was also creepy out
Oh yeah.
because
Saw
it's
that
like
way too young.
it's like not just. I think ghosts are probably the one thing I couldn't. Obviously,
I mean, you can't.
You
It's-
can't.
It's game over.
You can't.
Like Amityville Horror. It's just.
Yeah, like stop moving into that house.
Why? Yeah. Why are you? I'm sorry. One thing goes wrong. I buy a house. One thing crazy happens. I'm out. You know what? We had a good run. Let's get the hell
Call
out of
it a
here.
day.
So
Yeah.
I didn't
listen.
know that house was out
Yeah.
near the festival.
I
Yeah,
I
there
went to
you
buy
And
it.
for years, like I read up on it, no one like put Halloween decorations on it because they didn't want like people to come. And all
Yep.
that. This year they had like
Really?
decked
Because they had like
out,
the
dude.
sign too, like no pictures,
Yep.
like no nothing.
The people that live here don't really care about it. But everyone says the house that faces the river, the part of the house that faces the river is the creepier like look. But still, when you're there, it's just still like creepy. Like,
Just knowing.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
if I'm getting a
exactly.
good deal on some property, and they're like, "Hey, there was one massacre here, like a guy killed his family,"
There was a cemetery here.
but like, no, if it's like, "Hey, listen, a guy killed his family," but I'm getting a great deal on the house, I'd consider it. And in this market, I mean, you gotta take a good deal. But
Oh, yeah.
if someone said, "Hey, there was a massacre here," and then people moved in, and then they left in horror, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm probably not gonna."
their
take
child
that.
got-
got
to go down,
their
no.
child
Yeah.
got sucked into a TV.
Yeah, when they got to Amityville 3, it's like, how good is this real estate agent? She's flipping this house.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
Every 3 people are dying.
She-
The walls are oozing blood.
so not only is she a good saleswoman, but she made a nice bag off of that.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
getting that commission every couple years.
Because she's thinking, I'm selling it at a discount, but I'm doing it in quantity.
Yep.
I'm selling it 3 or 4 times.
Quantity, not quality.
Listen,
My brother-in-law's house in Florida, someone got murdered there in the 1968.
Nope.
Whoa.
It was
And
nice.
you could see the bullet holes in the closet, right? So
And
he
he-
told me
he
that
did-
after I moved in.
You didn't think about.
Because he was my college, like we went to college together, and he's like, I have a room for cheap. I was like, all right. So I moved in, and my one friend, she lived there before me. Like I moved into her room, and I was home by myself one time, and and my roommate wasn't there. I kept hearing doors shut and footsteps, and I was like, hey, Haley, like I know this is gonna sound crazy, but like you lived there. Did you ever hear this shit? And she's like, all the time. I was like,
Whoa.
okay, like.
Also, why would you not patch up
Yeah,
the
why would you not-
bullet
why you
holes?
not-
Oh, because my brother-in-law's, I don't know, he thinks
wants-
it's
Alright.
a badass story. Like he,
I
in
mean-
Iraq, he's like, oh, you know,
Oh,
I've seen them
yeah.
1,000
now
times.
listen, if
All
there
right,
was like a
man.
gun battle in the house, like a lethal weapon thing going on, sure.
Listen, this
But
is
it-
what happened.
But like if
The story's pretty- I
if
won't
an
tell the story,
innocent
it's pretty-
lady was just like
Yeah.
executed by bad guys,
clipped.
that's not cool.
No.
No.
The story was pretty messed up.
All right, then.
You still live there though, right? You still spent your tenure there.
Rent was $300 a month, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
take a
right
couple
back to what you were
bullet
saying. Right back to what you were saying.
I deal with Amityville.
I'm not
for-
stupid.
Come on.
Everything included. At 24 years old.
take a
come
couple
on,
bullet
man.
holes,
Yeah.
door slamming,
Yeah.
couple
Dude.
scary nights.
Yeah,
you're
I
good.
can hear footsteps. Shit, I'll just pretend it's
I'm
For a
sorry,
cat, for a
Earplugs?
a three
exactly.
for a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. I gotta deal with a couple ghouls.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
fine.
couple. There's somebody who works here. I'm not gonna say his name that we all know. Who's the only thing that they're afraid of in life, and they're not like actually afraid of, but the only real fear that they have is ghosts. And he's like, oh, because there's nothing you can do. You can't fight them. And I'm like, yeah, but like, if I bought a house and I woke up one morning and there was a ghost like in the kitchen, there's never been an actual reported case of ghosts killing people. So I'm like, I'll just deal with the ghost.
But what if they possess you?
Befriend the
Yeah.
ghost.
What if
Yeah.
they possess
You know?
you though?
Do they want to?
That's-
Let me look at me. This is what you're. This is the new car you want to drive around in. I'm an old
All right.
Kia
Yeah,
at
but
best.
they might think it's easy money and like, all right.
It could be a
What
Hyundai
was
Tucson.
gonna go make money?
No, just like, oh yeah, I can. Get
Maybe
this
they wanna
head-
earn
I
a
can get
living.
this head
We
easily.
picked just this guy because they have a scam. And we
What
want
if,
to
what if they can't leave the house? What if they're stuck there and they're like, I really want to get outside and just
I mean,
go
if,
for a
if
ride?
I was like, hey, listen, I'll let you walk around, but like, if you
as long
pull
as you
any,
do the work, that
if
you
you
send
do
out
any,
the emails.
yeah, you do any funny business, I'm gonna call my friend to come do like an exorcism. Like I would, again, I feel like ghosts, if they're real, they're probably just hanging out. They're not like actually like what are they moving a teapot?
No,
I mean,
Dude,
honestly,
$1,000 a month mortgage. I'll deal with the occasional
If
dish
they
being
don't-
broken.
I mean, if they don't like you, yeah, they could definitely fuck with you.
how do you get a ghost to like you?
I don't know, but you
just hang
You
out
make
with
a
them.
peace
I got a
offering.
couple ghosts in my
Exactly.
You're
apartment.
good.
They're
You're
awesome.
in the apartment.
you
You,
crack
like
open
candles,
an
you
extra
watch
beer.
horror movies.
Yeah.
The ghost likes.
Oh, dude, on a fall Friday, the ghost is gonna be all about getting nice and cozy.
The candlelight.
Right.
I mean, you got
Like,
the
you got the
candlelight
candle
mood
already,
going.
yeah?
Come on, you're
I
setting
mean,
the tone.
Some kind of like sweet cinnamon treat. I mean,
I would
he
love
set
to
up
see
for
like a
everything.
ghost in a trap house. That they should do that for Scary Movie
Jesus.
6.
My God.
a haunted house. It's like a haunted house.
Well, they
yeah.
did
they
Leprechaun
stop?
into Hood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was.
Leprechaun, well, he's immortal too. Like they
Another
literally,
one.
blow him away with like guns and everything, and he just like.
Did you guys
comes
actually
back.
think that movie was scary?
No.
though? Like
No.
those movies weren't
No.
really
No.
scary.
It was
They
more.
were- I was
he was
laughing.
more annoying. He
Yeah,
was like
it was annoying and funny parts.
Wasn't what's her name?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, she was in
that
that.
was her first ever
Oh,
movie
wow.
role. Was the first Leprechaun.
I did not.
Did
know
you
that.
guys see The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah, not the
I did not.
original. I saw.
2006?
Yes, I saw that one.
I did
That
not.
was.
If I ever get a flat tire in like
Nevada.
the Midwest, Nevada, Arizona, like I'm just.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Drive on the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's another era, like, because that was about like were doing like nuclear tests and everything.
Yep.
That's another era that kind of creeps me out, like the 1950s, like
Yeah.
things from the 50s, because it was so like on the surface everything was like so cookie cutter and oh
But,
hi honey, but
you
then
know-
like deep down there was like a lot of horrible stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
It's like anything 20s, like Boardwalk Empire, like creep me out, like
Yeah.
those stuff, like that style, like those straw hats and like it was creepy to me. It's just very creepy. The 1930s
Yeah.
is where I get more like fedora, trench coat, like
Those
more
are our kind of people.
Yeah, more my style. The 20s is kind of creepy. Late 1800s is creepy. 1950s is creepy, and for some reason the 80s. I guess because there was a lot of horror movies in the 80s.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like the 80s is a haunted era. Like you think about it, you have these haunted eras. The 80s is definitely one. 50s is definitely one. 1920s, late
When was
1800s,
Jack the Ripper was
late 1800s, like 1870.
I don't know. I
something.
come across.
Oh, I'd kill him. He's a guy. He's a fella.
He wasn't going after guys either, right?
Yeah, he was going after
You just gotta
poor,
watch your back,
vulnerable
Sid.
women.
It's just me.
Yeah, it's just Cindy. You'll take him, right?
I got it.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
probably
she's got the
taller
mob
than
with her. She's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget.
She's the
he
family.
He was a guy 130 years ago. She's probably got 3 or 4 inches on. Like they were small back then.
Oh yeah.
So like she could probably kick the shit.
And he
out
doesn't
of
know
a
about
Jack.
modern day.
Yeah, he doesn't know about
weapons.
jujitsu.
No.
Like
No
she just
shot.
gets him in a kimura.
Do I know jujitsu?
Yeah, but you can learn.
I can learn.
Yeah.
Once again,
Lock real
once again,
quick,
that
just
week of
stomp him out with
preparation.
heels.
Yeah.
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 You take a week
Do
of
you think
PTO.
with
You
one,
do.
one week of prep you could kill Jack the Ripper?
Probably.
Yeah.
There we
Well,
go.
she also knows, being a modern woman, that if some guy in an
Pepper
alleyway
spray.
offers you grapes,
Yeah.
say don't take them.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
in
ain't
this,
getting
in this
grapes.
economy,
Just shoot them. If somebody ever offered me grapes in an alleyway, they're getting
But
plucked.
she's so nice. She'd be like, "Oh,
With the silver
what kind?
bullets.
Yeah,
What kind of
exactly.
grapes? Where'd you get them
did
from?
you grow them?
Oh man.
Actually, my friends own a grapery.
Grapery.
All right, so
Oh,
I would love to this to go on all day, but we all have things to get back to. But I do
Oh.
want to finish up this wonderful episode, and thank you all for joining us. A little Sopranos
Thank you for
trivia. No, thank you guys for joining. Bobby, Sydney,
Absolutely.
Warren, Christopher, Steve. Oh,
Oh,
it's Ghost.
Ghost is still here.
The Ghost
Yeah.
is Steve. The
I see
camera
the
just
chair is
moves.
rocking over there.
all right. So I'll ask the questions. You guys answer.
I'm gonna be horrible.
Little do you guys know, I went on a Sopranos tour once. And this is how they ended the tour.
It's game over.
All right.
I'm gonna lose.
First question. To set a salary dispute after season 4, which cast member gave each of the other cast members $33,333?
I think I know.
I mean, I think we all know.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Who?
You say it.
James.
James Gandolfini.
Yep.
The greatest of all time, rest in peace.
Big RIP.
Who was originally supposed to play Carmela Soprano?
Lorraine Bracco.
Yep.
You
This
guys-
might be an easy one, but I'll give it to you. Which episodes? David Chase only directed 2 episodes. Which one were they?
The first and the last.
Wow.
Damn, bro.
I did just see the documentary.
Damn.
I'll lay off.
You
this.
studied. You
Well, no,
studied
you're
last
fine.
night. You studied.
No, it's
quick.
like when we were in Alabama and I kept doing the trivia and then
Which-
Brad kept yelling at me.
Which cast
You
member
do
is
the questions.
only? Which cast member is the only cast member to appear in every episode?
I mean, you would think
You would. Yeah.
I don't
but-
wanna-
If you say it, if you
it's got to be Tony.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
I wonder what Carmela wasn't in.
There's got to be a plenty.
Maybe
where she
like
wasn't
maybe
in.
Pine Bar, like one of those.
That's what I was
ones.
thinking. Like
one
Pine
of those,
Barrens,
or maybe when he went to Italy.
No, she was in there because he kept calling her and she was
Oh.
pissed she didn't go to Italy.
What about
Yeah.
when they
Yeah,
dropped?
remember-
when they
yeah,
go to
Remember
see
they
visit the
kept
schools?
playing Bocelli.
Mm-hmm.
When they visit school.
He was having
with,
some good dreams.
No, because that's
Did they call
that's
her?
when the priest came over.
Oh yes, that's right. Yep.
and
yeah,
when they were
that-
doing the college episodes.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
let me look up some more. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, these are all more like behind, like production
Yeah.
questions. I want to know more like,
how many people did Tony whack?
Yeah.
I mean, you're already 3 for 3, so you're on a roll here.
I'll take a little bit of a step back. I get it.
Mr. Big
Hey,
Shot.
we know.
All right, yeah, here's some good ones. Tony finally begins to grieve for his mother in season 3 while watching what movie?
It was something in black and white, I believe.
Was it the James Cagney movie?
Yep.
It was.
White
It's
Heat?
not White Heat.
Oh man,
It's
wasn't?
it is. It's not Scarface.
It's like an OG mob.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like a gangster, and he's trying to take care of his mom, and then his younger brother is like a do-gooder who doesn't want him around because he's making bad money. I can't remember what the hell it's called. What is it?
The Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
Oh.
Damn it.
We just fumbled.
We got
That
it
was a
close
big
though. We
fumble.
got it close.
White Heat was just stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Cagney, White Heat.
Made it like it was we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the kind of questions we like. The thinkers.
Yeah.
It was with that one.
All right. Who wears a wire to Sopranos' family funeral in season 3?
Wasn't that big? No.
No, it was.
Or wait, what season did he get?
It was the one who. I actually can't remember. I don't actually can't remember his name. He was like one of the capos. He was in a lot of the
He's the
episodes.
older guy.
The
Yeah.
older guy who was like a rat the entire show, but like they never found
Yeah.
out about it. Even when he died, they were like, that was a stand-up guy. What the hell was his name? It wasn't Eugene.
Ray Curto.
Ray.
I wouldn't have got
Not
that.
memorable.
Yeah, that's
Not
a
memorable
good
enough.
question.
That is.
That
Yeah, that
was.
is really
That's a
good.
really good question.
Chris is stumping us over
Yeah.
here, man. Come on.
Come on, Sydney. I know you know some of these.
I'm bad at trivia.
Okay.
Under pressure, I can't.
There's no pressure.
There's a little
Yeah.
bit of pressure.
There's pressure.
There's
here.
also like
Just knowing
So-
trivia.
There's a whole lot of peer pressure.
myself.
There's a
there's
whole lot
no
of peer
other
pressure.
avenue for like knowing trivia except for like a trivia game.
Who does Tony have a tumultuous affair with in season 1?
In season
Oh, the
one.
Russian girl. right?
Yeah.
Oh no no
This
no.
is right, but we'll see.
I forget.
Tumultuous affair in season
Irene?
one.
Is it
Arena?
her? Is
Arena?
it the- oh, is it the like the lady in the office in their office in the waste management office?
No.
Gloria Trillo.
No, that's wrong.
That's
Yeah,
season.
so the
that's
question's
that's
wrong.
season 3.
Question's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that.
Question's wrong.
She
Look
was
at that.
crazy, but she
Told-
was.
Yeah, but see, was season 3 crazy, not season 1 crazy.
Told that
No.
trivia question.
Yeah, we
So-
told Johnny Trivia over there. We should go beat him up.
Yeah. We
What
get,
website
we gotta
is
get
this?
him whacked.
Where are they from?
TriviaNerd.com.
Yeah, a bunch of nerds.
Definitely not from Jersey.
Nah. They're not part of the outfit.
Nope.
Some of these are like super easy.
You can give us a couple
Give us
of
an
these.
Who kills Mustang Sally in season 3?
Bobby Bacala Sr.
I was gonna say Dickie Moltisanti.
No, it was. Remember Bobby's dad, and then he has like a coughing fit heart attack on the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where did Gigi die in season 3?
In the bathroom.
Yep.
Oh, he was taking
On the
shit.
toilet. Yep.
Yeah.
Are you? I hope you can cut the shits out. You're not
No,
allowed to say
no, we
that.
can leave all the
Cut
shits
the
in.
shit.
I
All
know
the
ass is
shits,
all right.
all the shits in the goon, they can all stay in there.
Oh god. Jesus.
What was the name of the cop Christopher killed in season 4 that Tony said that he killed your father?
I can't remember. I see his face, and I even remember. I think he was watching Magnum PI when he killed him. I don't remember his name.
Barry Haydu.
Hey, dude. Hey, I don't.
I don't.
Would not have gotten that one.
No, now I feel like I'm over here struggling. I'm getting the
I'm gonna give it to
trivia
these for a little
anxiety.
bit, then you can answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sit
What
on the side.
school does Meadow decide to attend at the end of season 2?
Wasn't it
Colum-
Berkeley College?
Columbia?
Columbia.
There you
Yep.
go.
Oh, I got one.
There you go.
There you go. No pressure.
Who killed Jackie Jr.?
Oh, Vito.
Yeah.
He was.
That was
We ain't
big.
gonna talk about him.
That was Big Vito too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Funny side note. I'm at Soprano's store. I met him.
You met
he was
Vito?
there. He was
Was
there.
he?
Yeah, he was there, and it was kind of sad. He was like selling merch like out of the back of
Yeah.
his truck.
It is.
I didn't think he was
sad
doing
when
well.
you see the guys from like,
Yeah.
like how you see people from The Office who like haven't really done, and like they're the ones who show
Yeah.
up to like the conventions.
They have like the cameos, or what's the thing where
Yeah,
you pay
cameo,
for? is
cameo.
it- yeah.
Yeah, that guy Kevin Malone made like $1 million off of that.
His
though.
podcast is actually really
Wow.
good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a tough one, and it's How many Emmy nominations, not wins, nominations, did The Sopranos receive in its 6-season run?
5.
5. I was gonna say close to 20.
Yeah, it got a lot.
No idea.
45.
It's above 50.
Because that includes like
63.
the cast members who got nominated for their
Everything,
performance.
yeah.
Oh,
These are
I didn't think about that for like
nominations,
the
She's
whole
narrowing it down.
I'm gonna say 80.
Close.
75.
99.
112.
Wow.
Wow, I did not think it was over
That's
100,
incredible.
But
Well, they
it makes sense.
lost the first couple of years to West. They kept losing to West Wing. The West Wing, which was also a very good show.
All right, here's a follow-up.
Got
How
it.
many wins out of the 112? How many wins did the show receive in total?
63.
12.
No.
I was like, wow, that was a hell of a guess.
20.
19.
21.
Wow.
21.
21. Okay.
That's a terrible
That's-
batting average. 21 for 112.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's something.
I mean, hey, it's still something.
It's still something.
They definitely got snubbed on a couple of those for sure, like
Yeah.
you said.
Which actor thought that they were auditioning for a show about opera singers?
Silvio? Oh, Uncle June.
Nope.
Was
Really?
it Jamie Lynn Sigler?
Yep.
Oh,
I watched the podcast with her and AJ. They have a podcast on Tom Segura's network.
Yeah.
my childhood crush.
Still.
Oof.
Oof.
What's Paulie's first name?
What, in real life?
No, in the show. What's Paulie's first name?
Oh my god, it's not. It's,
Do you know it, Nick?
I don't think so.
No.
No. Paul. I'm just kidding.
Paul Paulie.
no, it's not Paul. It's not Paul
Oh.
or Paulie. It's something different because I remember,
It's Charles. I really have no idea.
Peter.
Peter
Interesting.
Paul. Peter Paul.
Interesting.
Is that the deep cut?
That's when he finds out from his
one more
mother.
to finish it up.
Yeah.
Make it one that's like kind of hard, but that you know the answer to. Woke up this morning, got some gabagoo.
Speaking of.
Listen.
Okay. Oh man, I feel like Nick's gonna know this.
I won't say. I won't say.
What?
Yeah, you're doing
so, you guys know the scene when it's a Pine Barrens episode when Bobby comes dressed in the gear.
Yes.
You know that episode?
Yeah.
What is the actor, Steve Sciarippa, what is he wearing to make James Gandolfini break? He wore something specific for James Gandolfini's reaction, so James Gandolfini's actual reaction was him laughing at Steve Sciarippa. What was Steve Sciarippa wearing?
It was either the hat or galoshes.
It wasn't something that was featured on camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know? Yeah. All right. Sorry, Nick.
It was something that was not featured on camera.
It's very inappropriate.
Oh. Make a guess. Come on.
I have no idea.
I really couldn't even.
He's just wearing something inappropriate below the waist.
Like a jock strap or something?
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah, close.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea.
A
Yep.
jock strap that can be used.
What?
Yeah.
He was
wore-
wearing that?
Yeah, to mess with him, to make him break.
Oh.
They had one
That's
in
pretty
like the truck, like the prop truck.
I mean, the
Of all
bottom thing.
things.
Yeah,
All
and
those
they-
girls are probably using it.
Yeah. Guys, this was the most fun,
This was.
and I really want to thank you all for joining us. And Chris,
you.
Of course.
thank you for the trivia.
No
That
problem.
was a great time.
Me and
You
you,
crushed it,
me and you
yeah.
have to do it. Me and
Yeah,
have to
you
do it.
crushed
You guys got to go out somewhere and win yourself a gift card.
We already did. We
Or
we
another
won the
lunch.
costume
We did, we
contest.
did.
Well, it was this shady.
Did we go around pushing?
Did we shake
pushing
some people
votes?
down for a vote?
Maybe.
Something
Until
might have
November
happened.
8th.
A little bit.
Yeah. But thank you everyone for listening or watching. Make sure to check us out on Instagram, YouTube. Are we back on X?
Yes.
We're on X now, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not yet.
Oh, not
Soon.
We will soon be on
Soon.
I
X.
thought I saw.
We have to talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're with Elon.
Check out all our great content. Check out our website, obviously, JR Cigars. Thank you. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always,